Hey Cancer, this is Perrymore Tarot's weekend reading from March 21st through the 23rd, 2025. This is for Cancer. Last shuffle here for Cancer. Let's see what's going on. So Cancer, what we have is the Sacred Temple and we have present power. This tells me that you are meant to stand, like, I won't say stand in your truth or you know how people always say it, stand in your truth. And it's like you're meant to use what you've got to get where you need to go. Whatever you've got in your arsenal right now, whatever you have, it's not to say I can't do it until I get this. I can't do whatever it is until that. They're showing that you're worried because you have to wait for something. Okay, but your gift and strength is that you know what you want. You need to keep that in mind always, right? That's the strength that you have. That's the consciousness. I know what I want. I know I'm stressed out waiting for something. I think that I'm seeing too that you don't know when something's coming. This could be in the way of a communication, a message. It could be an offer where I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I don't know when it's going to come. That's what this is saying. Spirit is saying that that was part of the plan. Like you're meant to wait, right? I don't. I'm like, yeah, but they want you to wait so that you can solidify your stance in what you want. There's some you need to reevaluate. Spirit's giving you time to deliberate. Is that really what I want? As you're waiting, is it? Am I sure? This is the vibe of like you putting something in your cart online. I'm making an online purchase, and they're like, before you go, are you sure? You know how you have those different pages, or like you go in the store and you swipe your card and there's like 5 different things of yes, are you sure? You have to press yes like 4 times. Like, are you sure you are paying this amount, right? And so there's something about Spirit saying we're giving you a bunch of different times to say, are we sure? And this could be before you send a message. They're giving you many opportunities. So you might experience delays while messaging someone where you send the message and it doesn't deliver. And Spirit's like, I didn't deliver it on purpose. I just want to make sure, did you get the spelling correctly? Are you using the correct words? Is this accurately depicting how you feel? There's that, and the universe is supporting you in every way. So everything that you experience this weekend is going to be supporting you, even if it's disappointing, even if it makes you wait, even if it's a conflict of interest or there's a conflict. There's a reason for the conflict. If there's something going on where they're saying, I don't know what happened, but it didn't da 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 da, or I don't have enough left, or whatever the case is, it's protection because you deserve the best. Spirit is saying that there are more problems than you know. So if something doesn't go right, there is a reason. If your car doesn't start, consider it protection. Consider it protection, because if it had started, it would have blown your engine. If it had started, it would have blown some other system within the engine that would have been way more expensive. Spirit's trying to save you. Keep your focus on what you want regardless, though, because Spirit wants you to know you're worthy. Like you're worthy of the very best in life, right? You need to continue to aim for what you want and believe in yourself, but also know that it can be done a different way. This is why Spirit is causing a conflict. Maybe your car won't start, but now you're riding with another person, or you're walking or taking the bus, or you're riding your bike. But there was a reason for that in the first place, because if you would have driven your car, first of all, it might have blown up or something, like your engine would have blown or something would have happened where it's a costlier expense, but it also would have taken you past the place that you were meant to be slow going past. You were meant to run into a certain person. You were meant to see a certain sign that you wouldn't have seen if you would have been in your car. There's a lot of stuff going on here. So those are examples, not necessarily what it is, right? But this is about healing, especially if you're headed to argue with someone, or if you're headed to saying something that out of anger. Spirit might slow you down. So you might find that there will be delays, like the Wi-Fi will go down. All of a sudden, circuits are busy. You can't make that phone call. And it will be because Spirit's saying, are you sure you want to say that? Are you sure you want to start a war with someone right now? When right now it's time for healing, okay? It's time to reevaluate some stuff, because there's still something going on that if you just pause a second, lightning will strike and it will show you all of the little eddies of water pooling around. And now you see that there's a bigger problem than you thought. There's something that's hidden from you with the moon. So I'm seeing nine of cups and four of cups with the present power. That your strength right now is that you have time to reevaluate whatever it is that you want. Are you sure you want this? Are you sure you want to say that? They want you to speak from the heart and not be guided by anyone. So maybe some news comes towards you. Maybe a child tells you something, and then now you're like, oh, I'm going over there to find out. And Spirit's like, you need to find out more. Don't criticize anyone right now because it's going to lead to an extreme amount of unhappiness, especially if a child's involved. Be careful not to say anything harsh to a child, and not to say that that's what you do, right? Sometimes you get everybody, we're human. You get upset, right? Your child may do something, or a child may do something, and you just be like, what were you thinking? And instead, it's like, instead of saying something like that, it would be to the magnitude of like, um, so what was your goal? What were you trying to do? And asking in a way where it's like they can explain to you, well, I poured all the milk in there because they said milk makes things strong, and I was just trying to build the wall. Like, and it would be something that it's more of a time for you to be enthusiastic and get a message out to people. It's meant for you to teach, but not to destroy. Because sometimes we don't realize we do. You know what I mean? It's time more now to be more of a loving and accepting. So you accept that it's been done, whatever a child's done. I accept that you did it. I just want to know why you did it, though. Can you just explain why? But in a way where you're inviting openness and vulnerability and communication, because your relationships will magically transform. Especially if you've been going through a war with a child, especially if you've been going to war with a person, it's almost to say, Spirit's like, dude, before you send that message, are you criticizing them, or are you coming from a place of trying to understand them? And so hidden, and it's funny because I kid you not, I'm subscribed to channel Diary of a CEO, right? And they just had a lawyer on there that was explaining the art of communication. It was so interesting. It was very profound, and it's funny that I was just like, why am I being shown this? Because it wasn't that I was looking for it. It just so happened to pop up, and I ended up, I'm like, well, I'm going to subscribe because this is great information. And it was eye-opening how we communicate with each other and not really thinking about the outcome or our objective about when we're communicating. So hidden motivations with the Nine of Cups and the Emperor. This is an intention to gain control of a situation because we know what we want. What do you truly want is what Spirit's giving you time to understand. I'm seeing angel number 777, and this is about understanding that you're going to come out winning from everything that may come your way. So this is usually coming towards one when we're going through an intense set of uncertainty, like intense, like I don't know what to freaking do. I'm disappointed. I don't know whether to keep it, because if there's a, especially because I keep seeing a child here, right? You know how like you most of the time your intuition may tell you just breeze by this, right? But then another part of you may say, no, this needs to be a big deal because this could lead to bigger things. This behavior, like if it's a 5-year-old lies or, tells a story, right? Tells a story, but they lie. They say, I didn't do it. You're like, no, I really need to drop the hammer because that will lead to more. When they turn 15, they're going to be a handful. And then Spirit's saying that, these are intense uncertainties here where it's like, I'm disappointed. Do I hold on to that disappointment? Right? Or do I compassionately, try to understand the reasoning why? So I hope that makes sense. Look, family, I can't make this up. King of Cups and the Eight of Wands come from a place of compassion and love. One day you're going to look back at this day or these times in your life, and you're going to say, I really should not have said this. I should have celebrated their, because honestly, that I cannot tell you how many times I've seen this where a child will do something. And I'm only saying child because it's very prominent here. They'll do something and you're just like, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen anyone do. They must have done it on purpose to create issues. And then you find later, you ask them the question. And like I said, I literally actually have experienced this one with poured milk in the wall. Like, there was like a little bit of a, some kind of, they decided, I'm just going to take a butter knife and just go ahead and dig a hole in the wall. And I'm going to pour milk down the wall. And milk creates strong, healthy bones. And this wall is like bones. And so and he's just looking at this kid like, what in the heck? But that is a very interesting viewpoint. So why did you do this? And there was, oh, it's fun. It was making chalk and I wanted to draw. So it's just like, interesting. Well, if you want chalk, you have to come talk to me. Okay. Well, I wanted to do it myself. Well, we can pick it out ourselves at the store, kind of vibe. Like, you know what I mean? I will help you pick it. But these types of things, it's just interesting. They're saying not to criticize and to know that you are worthy of getting what you want. And beyond the child aspect of things, right? Beyond that, they're showing that you are meant to lead your family with a lot of love, right? We are not criticizing each other. We are coming in with a lot of love and acceptance and coming and celebrating celebrating one's individuality, right? Laughter, lots of warmth. It's time to heal situations. But I'm also seeing abundance coming towards you. You may be unsure, uncertain about how things are going to go, especially when it comes to career or saving money. Where should you allocate your funds? What should I spend my money on? What should I do? There's things I want to do, but can I or should I? And Spirit is asking you to take a second to go and do something, because you're going to find that the delay is saving you. If you experience any delays, then it's time to completely pause whatever. It's time to completely pause the whole situation. And that is to save you. I just want to throw that out there. And the reason is for that is because there are other issues, underlying issues that are not readily just open to anyone. It won't be evident until it blows up in our faces, that kind of thing. So if there's a delay, if you feel a catch, and I kid you not, and I'm not necessarily seeing vehicle, but I kind of am just going to throw that out there because I see Three of Wands. We're waiting for something. We're waiting to go somewhere. We're waiting for a message. We're waiting for confirmation. Well, if it doesn't come, it's not meant to come. There are more problems. That would be the time you get a no when you should have gotten a yes, and it's because you pushed for it. Do not be aggressive. Don't be controlling in a situation. Control your impulse, your impulsivity. Control it, okay? And not just, and I deserve an answer. They should have said something. They're like, curb that, because if you push, you're going to get what you don't want. And so there you go, right? You could be dealing with another Cancer. We have Aries, we have Scorpio, Pisces, Leo, and Sagittarius here. You could be a Cancer Leo cusp dealing with an Aries Taurus cusp or a Scorpio Sagittarius cusp. And if you're not dealing with those signs, which you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart. Peace, love, and light. Take care.